Just a 10-minute ferry ride from the bustling heart of Singapore lies Pulau Ubin, a lush, untouched island that feels like stepping into a forgotten world. No malls, no subways, no high-rises, no neon lights. On Pulau Ubin, you hear birds, wind, and, if you're lucky, you won't hear the strange hissing that drifts from the forest at midnight. Back in the 1950s, the island was a granite quarrying site. Hundreds of laborers, mostly Chinese and Malay, lived and worked there. But when the quarrying industry collapsed, people left, leaving behind rotting wooden houses, moss-covered walls, and stories no one dared say out loud. And at the center of it all is the tale of a puppet, known only as the Ubin Puppet, a name locals refuse to speak aloud after dark. The students who found it in 2007, a group of university students from Singapore, intrigued by online rumors, decided to go camping on Pulau Ubin. They brought cameras, audio recorders, and even EMF detectors, planning a DIY ghost hunting trip. But what they found went far beyond any online legend. After trudging through a muddy dirt path, they stumbled across a crumbling wooden hut deep in the forest. Inside, buried under thick dust and the stench of mildew, they discovered an old wooden chest. Inside it was a hand-carved wooden puppet, around 12 inches tall, dressed in traditional Chinese robes. Its face was painted white, lips bright red, and its jet-black eyes stared as though they could pierce through your soul. The moment one of them touched it, the recorder picked up the sound of footsteps, even though no one had moved. In the footage they shot, removed from YouTube just weeks later, for safety reasons. The final frame shows one of the students screaming and hurling the puppet out of the hut. The screen shakes. Then, a cry. Long, hollow, like it came from the other side. Two of the students dropped out months later. One vanished from social media completely. The fourth, the one holding the camera, allegedly locked himself in his room for 3 weeks, repeating the same sentence over and over. "She won't let me leave." Who created the puppet? A soul inside the wood. From 2010 onward, the story exploded across Singaporean paranormal forums like Hardware Zone, Reddit, and Stomp.sg. People started asking, where did the puppet come from? Who made it? And why is it cursed? One theory appears again and again, that it was created by an elderly Chinese man who lived on the island in the 1940s. No one remembers his real name. Locals simply called him Uncle Lim, the puppet maker. According to one of the last island residents who left in 1992, Lim had a young daughter with a congenital heart defect. She died when she was only 8. After her death, Lim vanished into the forest for weeks. When he finally returned, he no longer spoke to anyone. He stayed in his hut at the edge of the woods, carving endlessly. Then one night, villagers heard him sobbing. Then silence. The next morning, Lim was dead. On the floor was a wooden puppet, an exact replica of his daughter. From that day on, no one ever dared go near that hut again. I heard a child's voice. The Diver's Encounter. In March 2014, the Asia Paranormal Digest published a chilling article. A Singaporean diver named Ravi Kumar went missing for 36 hours while surveying a dried-out lake near the old quarry, just a short distance from the puppet's hut. His colleagues said Ravi had acted off ever since seeing a photo of the puppet on a friend's phone, an image reportedly taken by a reckless tourist. That night, Ravi camped alone near the hut and began talking to someone who wasn't there. "I thought he was on the phone," his colleague said, "but when I got close, no one was on the line. He was just staring into the woods and smiling. He said a little girl was talking to him, and she called him Daddy." The next morning, Ravi had vanished. He was found later that day, naked, shivering in the water, covered in scratches, whispering, "I shouldn't have touched it. She won't let me go." Ravi has refused all interviews since. He reportedly lives in isolation in Malaysia, but the scars on his mind may never heal. science, or something else. Someone unexpected took an interest in the story. Dr. Sarah Tan, a lecturer in psychology and anomalous studies at the National University of Singapore. At a 2016 conference in Melbourne, she presented a field report titled Irrational Behavior and Rejected Spaces, a study of Pulau Ubin. Despite warnings from locals, she and a small research team visited the hut, bringing EMF meters, thermal cameras, motion sensors, and high-frequency recorders. What they captured was startling. At exactly 2:17 a.m., the motion sensor recorded a small object moving across the room. No one was near it. EMF levels spiked, equivalent to those in a functioning MRI scanner. And the most terrifying, a voice captured on audio. A young girl's voice in archaic Mandarin repeated 3 times. Papa, ni Zainar? Daddy, where are you? When this was played at the conference, several audience members reportedly cried and left the room. Dr. Tan never declared the puppet was haunted, but her final report ended with a single chilling line. Some things should never be awakened, and some souls never wish to be forgotten. A modern legend goes viral from 2020. The Ubin Puppet became an online obsession after a famous TikToker posted a video about their journey to find the puppet's hut. The legend caught fire. The clip showed 3 young adults using GPS, drones, and GoPros to explore the island. Within 48 hours, it hit over 4 million views. But the horror came at the end. While driving back to the city, the camera, still rolling, captured something in the back seat. Just one frame. A pale figure. Small, with hollow black eyes, staring directly at the lens. No one noticed it at the time, but the internet did. The video was taken down after 3 days for violating community standards. The TikToker changed their username, hid all content, and has not been active since. Soul Vessel. The missing hikers. In 2018, the Straits Times reported that 2 German backpackers vanished while cycling on Pulau Ubin. They signed in at a checkpoint on the island's west side, but were never seen again. Neither their bikes nor any belongings were found, despite aerial and underwater searches. 1 year later, a local man told police he'd heard children laughing in the woods at 3 a.m. in German. The voices sounded young, but full of pain. No one believed him. 3 weeks later, he died of a stroke in his sleep. His journal had a final entry. The girl in the woods had coal eyes and a toothless smile. A perfect match for the Ubin Puppet. The dark art of trapping souls. To understand the Ubin Puppet, we must go back centuries. From the 18th to early 20th century, Chinese, Malay, and Thai communities believed in a ritual called Nahon Mu Ti, or binding souls to wooden figures. A 1937 ethnographic report by British researcher Reginald Waring stated, in certain villages across Java and Malaya, small wooden dolls were kept in shrines or homes, not just worshipped, but fed. Many believed that souls of children who died young became restless, wandering spirits, if not honored properly. Creating a puppet was a way to house the spirit, keeping it calm and contained. With its fierce eyes and hidden location, the Ubin Puppet could be one such vessel, not haunted by accident, but crafted to imprison a soul. What stands out most is how those affected describe it. A girl's voice, black eyes, calling someone daddy. Some Malaysian spiritualists suggest it's not just a restless child spirit, but a soul looking for a host, a father figure to reincarnate through. A forgotten Southern Thai ritual, recorded in Wat Chalong's library, warns, when a young soul is bound to wood for more than 9 moons without release, it will hunger, it will thirst, it will rage if the chosen one refuses to accept it. In every account, victims hear, Daddy. Maybe she isn't seeking revenge. Maybe she's seeking a parent, someone to inhabit, someone to become. In a leaked Reddit post from 2022, a foreign documentary crew allegedly stole the puppet from Pulau Ubin in 2021 to use in a horror film. Within a week, their studio burned down. 2 team members died in a car crash. The third suffered a psychotic break and remains institutionalized. No one knows where the puppet is now. Rumors claim a Thai monk returned it to the island. One anonymous comment read, "That thing can't leave its home. When it's taken, it wants to go back, and if it can't, it takes someone with it." Why not destroy the puppet? One question echoes through every forum, show, and investigation. If it's so dangerous, why not destroy it? Some say it's fear. Even people who've only seen it in photos report chest pain, dizziness, and recurring dreams of a white face, with black eyes, whispering into their ears at night. But there's another theory, more terrifying. It can't be destroyed, because it's not a toy. It's a shrine, a container, a soul jar, where a spirit has merged with wood, soaked into the cloth and breathes through its painted eyes. To destroy it would free what's inside. A senior monk from Seonglim Temple once whispered during a private memorial, "As long as we believe child spirits can be trapped, we will keep creating new puppets, in wood, in cloth, or even in people." One final clue, the missing director's letter. The final piece is a letter, posted briefly on an underground Singapore forum and deleted within hours. It was allegedly written by Ethan Wong, the director of the crew that took the puppet. A handwritten letter, yellowed paper. It read, "We thought we were telling a story, but we were part of it." She wasn't angry. She was lonely. She wanted to play. She didn't want to be left behind. Everyone left her, even me. Now she's chosen someone new. If you're reading this, she might have already seen you. Whatever you do, don't turn around. No signature, just silence. The most frightening thing? Maybe the puppet isn't the real horror. Maybe it's the forgetting. Pulau Ubin is fading. The quarrymen's tales, the grieving father who carved in sorrow, the soul of a little girl. They're being swallowed by time. And that forgetting may be the very thing that feeds it. A lost child, a wooden puppet, a voice at 2 a.m. calling daddy. Maybe it's a reminder. We can't always turn our backs on the past, because the past doesn't always stay quiet. If you ever visit Singapore and you find yourself tempted to explore Pulau Ubin, remember this: don't go alone. Don't bring toys. And whatever you do, if you hear a voice calling you daddy, doctor, not answer.